Hello everyone, this is NinjaGuy_12 here, bringing you a match in the Gundam Unit 4 BST, or booster equipment, I guess you could say. Before we continue, if you guys want to know the colors that I've used, which I've based it off the Crossbone Gundam X2 from the, obviously, the Crossbone Gundam manga, and they look pretty damn good in my opinion. I tried to base it more on the, I think, the real grade look, or just like, not the look, but like the colors, and it turned out pretty good. So if you guys want to know the colors that I've used, or just want to make a GB02 request, please make sure to leave a comment down below, or on my Discord server, which link to that is going to be in the description down below. So the Unit 4 BST is a 400 point, or not 400, god. That'd be amazing, but no, it's a 500 point general at level 1, and there's only one level of it so far as of this recording on November 28th. And it is quite fun and is a quite different approach from the normal Gundam Unit 4. Mainly the fact that this has a few differences. For one thing, this is obviously the main difference you could tell between the normal Unit 4 and the BST form, like when you just look at them side by side, is that the BST version does not have a shield, whereas the normal Unit 4 does. And I'm kind of sad it doesn't have the shield for this, for some reason. I never understood that. I mean, there's not really a point that it, like, it's not really much of a point to not give it the shield, but whatever. Other than that, the other main differences, like in terms of the looks between the normal Unit 4 and this one, is the fact that it has extra fuel tanks, 2 on the back. So it has 2 extra fuel tanks, and then the extra bulkier shoulder armor, which I think makes it look better than normal Unit 4, because normal Unit 4 and 5, you could say that as well, they look kinda alright, but adding on the extra shoulder parts and the fuel tanks make it look a lot better. So that is quite nice, but now let's continue on to the weapons. So obviously, for one thing, this thing has the same hyper beam rifle, which I'm using right now, as the Unit 4, 5, and the Unit 5 BST. So pretty much all of those use the same beam rifle, along with some other suits like the Pale Rider Dolahan. But its other weapon you could use is the double hyper bazookas, which is used by the Gundam the G3 Gundam, or the Jim Intercept custom fellow booster. So you basically has those same bazookas as that suit if you want to, though I'm not really sure why you would, considering this thing has a lot more beams than the normal Unit 5. If the Unit 5 had double bazookas, I think it'd be a lot more better, in my opinion, but it doesn't. So there you go. But its other equipment is just the normal beam saber further enhanced, which is just the same beam saber as the Unit 4 and the normal Unit 5. And then for its sub-weapons, it has a pair of head-mounted Vulcans, which are okay. The wrist beam gun, which is basically the same on the Unit 4, 5, the BST versions. So they're all the same. And then its last equipment is the Mega Beam Launcher, which is actually different from the normal Unit 4. The normal Unit 4 took a lot longer to charge. And, basically, when you hit, you would do fat damage. I mean, we're talking, if you hit someone if you hit an enemy raid with the normal Unit 4's Mega Beam Launcher, you doing about like almost 7,000 to 10,000 damage, depending on how good their beam resist is. So that's some fat damage. Though it does take a long time to cool down. Like, at that point, you might as well just die and just get it back. Because it takes like a minute and a half to get it back, so that's quite a while. But with this version, it is different in the fact that it takes about half the time to charge. And basically, its beam is more like the Zock's Photon Maser beam. So, if you've played the Zock, it basically has the same kind of weapon like that, instead just on the Unit 4. And, instead of having to be a, like, single shot where if you miss or hit the shield, it's like you ain't really gonna be doing many other things, like, you're kinda just screwed. So, that's kinda how that is. But other than that, other than some, like, specific skills and stuff, it does have some slightly different stats. This one doesn't have nearly as much range strength as the normal Unit 4, but it's still alright. It has more, like basically has better all-rounder defense, or like just performance overall over the normal Unit 4, where it's like basically damage for that one. Same thing with Unit 5, I guess. But with this, it's a lot better. But, sorry for that pause, I was just kinda making sure I was trying not to burp. But, I guess we could go on about the design of the Unit 4 and 5, because they're basically the same thing, except for, like, the optional equipment on the back. And I really do love the Unit 4 and 5 design. They're probably one of my favorite Gundams. I do prefer them over the normal Granddaddy, or like the RX-71, RX-78 1, 2, and 3. Unit 4 and 5 are just a lot better and nicer looking Gundams. And they look a lot cooler too, in my opinion, with the actual equipment. Even though I do know the unfortunate story with the actual pilot of the Unit 4, and the unfortunate incident that happened when he tried using the Mega Beam Launcher. Let's just say it did not end well for that man. He basically gets himself killed trying to use the Mega Beam Launcher. And actually, technically, he never got the chance to use the BST version. I think, I forgot the pilot's name. God damn it. I had the other one. I know the pilot of the Unit 5 was, what is it? God, I can't remember this stuff, man. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what his name was. Ford Romefeller. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, I got it. So, yeah, he was piloting Unit 5, so he was able to get his BST equipment, but the original pilot of the Unit 4 wasn't able to, unfortunately. But otherwise, other than that, I don't really have much else to say. I mean, I did pretty well for this match. Obviously, I think I'd put it in the thumbnail, but I got 0 deaths this round, so it's probably one of the few suits on my list of suits that I basically never died in, which is, weird, because when I first got this suit, it was quite hard for me to get a match. Like, I would just keep dying a lot. I had pretty bad luck, so getting a no-death round in this was quite impressive. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video and commentary, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone.
This